Good morning, everybody. So had a little bit of hiccup in the plan, but ended up working out right. So what ended up happening yesterday was the package I thought I had forwarded to, hold on, cars. So the package, my bounce box that I thought I had forwarded from Fraser to Grand Lake never got forwarded. So I went and talked to the post office and they were able to get it to me later that day. So I just stayed another night in Grand Lake, and out on the trail, I took Rocky Mountain National Park incorrectly into account when planning my trip to Steamboat Springs. So I lost a day in town, but the trip to Steamboat Springs was only a 4-day trip anyway. So we're gonna be staying on schedule. Got a short day today, 16 miles. Got new gear, so my quilt is back. Sent my puffy and 15-degree sleeping bag to Steamboat if I want it. When I get there, I've got it. Otherwise, I'm just going to send it to Captain Sweatpants. And everything's looking great. Might have a special guest star later in the episode, we'll find out. And on to Wyoming. See you guys down the trail. So as you can see around us, we're walking, and have been for the last couple of miles, through a pretty good burn scar that was way up on the ridge and like miles back. But that's why Rocky Mountain National Park is closed, because I think this was the East Troublesome Fire, or at least what ended up becoming the East Troublesome Fire. We're going to be going in and out of this burn scar. You can see like that mountain in the distance has some green on it. You can, I don't know if you can see where there's like an island of green and it burned all around it, but yeah, this is what happens after the aftermath of a fire. There's an elk herd just grazing over there. shocking. This is the first time in Colorado where we've been on the edge of the mountains. I'm not sure if that's fire smoke or just morning haze. I'm with Stinger right now, and he seems to think that that's from a fire. I tend to think so too. Just got into a burn scar from the fire last year. Next 5 miles or so, I think we're gonna be walking through this. You can see back there where the trees are green. We just left that where the fire line stopped, or whatever they call it. I'm not sure. But already stuff is starting to come back. Well, as always, things are subject to change here on the trail. And after looking at the second half of today and tomorrow, I've decided to take an alternate that I've devised with my own brain, see if it works out at all, and gonna keep me on schedule, but keep me away from the high ridge walks that make me feel unsafe and uncomfortable. And we'll still get some good pictures from down below, I think, but this should be the last time I need to do this. I think it's more or less smooth sailing north of Steamboat, but we'll see how it goes. Today's my birthday, and July 10th, and had a pretty good day. Got to see Bear from my AT through hike, and hung out with him for like an hour and a half, and that's about it. Taking it easy. My birthday present is not falling and not doing those high ledges. Gotta treat yourself sometimes. Good morning, everybody. You can see the mountain in the distance. Pretty sure that was the one that we were supposed to climb yesterday, but didn't. About 6:35 on day 3. Because of my decision to walk around that ridge, I camped down at the bottom at the edge of the forest that we were in. And so now I've got a 28-mile road walk to get around and back to where the trail is, which I think is the first place it's going to be actual like public land where I can camp again. And then it'll be like 10 miles into the hitch point for Steamboat Springs tomorrow. Take a day, maybe get a slice of cake, and just enjoy it. Got a lot of water on my pack today just because we are going to be on roads, so I'm not sure when and if I'll get water. I know there's a store in 6 miles, so I'm going to fill up there, put 22 miles to where I'm going to camp tonight, and that should be easy to accomplish. We did much more than that on a regular basis in New Mexico, and this is 100% road walking, so I'm confident that I'll be able to knock this out. See you guys down the trail or road. So thought I would explain a little bit more about why I am so enthusiastic about skipping some of these high exposed traverses. So there's 2 big main reasons, and the first one isn't really just about a fear of heights. There's this thing, and there's a French expression for it that loosely translates to the call of the void. And basically, it's a type of fear of heights, but it's not generated by like a fear of falling. My fear is generated from like a fear of jumping. So like, that's the call of the void, is that like, it's calling me to jump, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. So that terrifies me. The other thing is I have a punctured left eardrum. So my equilibrium gets thrown off very quickly when I'm up above tree level and there's a lot of wind, or it's just generally cold. So that's another big reason why I do tend to avoid those, because there is legitimate safety concerns that I've been up on a couple of those and looked up, and just everything started spinning. So kind of part of the point, if I can't look up from my feet, what's the point of going up there where the views are? Get the views the opposite way going up from down here. So I don't know if you can see it right there, but that's a smoke plume over a ridge where we'll probably have to go soon. I just got the Steamboat Springs. I'll explain it in a second. So that's not a cloud bank. That's a smoke bank, or a cloud of smoke. That's where the trail is on the other side. Those are mountains, I promise. Gotta find a way around. Hey everybody, so you can see way off in the distance there should be mountains. I don't know if you can see the very, very faint ridgeline, but that's all the smoke from this morning that is from the fire just north of here. So I wanted to explain what happened. I didn't get the typical ending that I have on my videos because the original plan was to do 28 miles. I ended up finding a state park area near a lake that was a little bit shorter and broke up the 2 days a little bit better. So I went there and had about a liter of water left, and it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My plan was to, because it turned out you couldn't get water there, my plan was to try and yogi it off of this trailer that was parked there, but the people weren't around. They had a dog, so I figured they'd be back. Or walk out to the highway and try to hitch into town at 5 o'clock if that person didn't come back. Anyway, ended up having a lady that I saw on the road come find me. Like, she came and seeked me out and told me about the fire. We kind of suspected it, but didn't know it was close, and told me that I needed to get off trail that night and that she would be willing to drive me to I don't know, like 10 miles away from the, or to the hitch point. It's about 10 miles away from the town of Steamboat. So she took me over there. I got a hitch into town. So I ended up missing the last little bit, but I walked more miles on that alternate that I created. So mileage-wise, I'm about the same of what I would if I had taken the trail. So now what we got to do is take a road walk alternate to Wyoming. It's actually going to save us about a day, and we'll get to, what is it? Rawlins, Wyoming on the 16th instead of the 17th. And we will be over halfway done at that point. So appreciate you guys coming along. And we will see you down the trail.